Hey, sixth graders, you've been working on your magnum opus project for quite some time and your writing is awesome. And now you're at the point of revising your writing. So you've made it really far. Revision is more than just a way to fix a broken piece of writing. It's also a way to honor a good piece and make it even better. Every piece of writing requires revision. Why? Your creative mind demands it. Think back to the writing process. We've gone from pre-writing to drafting, and now we're at the point of revision. It's a short jump to editing, and then we're ready for some publication. Please know that revision is different than editing, quite different. Revising your writing is simply improving it, making it better. We think of this maybe as arms and cups. Perhaps you've seen this before. So if you revise something, you add to it, you remove things maybe, you move things around, you substitute different characters, paragraphs, words, you name it. You may just completely change things up. That's okay. That's part of revision. It's part of improving your writing. Writers are creative thinkers who constantly ask, what if? What if I totally change something? What if I make a little tweak here or there? Okay, it is all about the story. If you're one of those people that has to have something beside your bed at night to write with, because in the middle of the night you wake up with ideas, you're a writer. Okay, so when we think of revising, that's where we flex those arms. Flexing is for the big task, the big changes. Little things like editing, capitalization, usage, punctuation, spelling, and so forth, those are little. Think of them as cups, just a sip, nothing big. It's been said that writing is somewhere between torture and fun, and it's true. So we started off creating a roller coaster for our plot, and you've been on a roller coaster ever since as a writer. And that is part of the fun. Check out the worn floorboards, all the post-it notes, the map just kind of tacked up there on the window. You've got this board over here, it looks a little bit like a crime scene. Yeah, this is legit author space. There's some creation going on here. And so for your workbook pages today, we're going to talk about unleashing your inner editor. Now don't be confused by the word editor. An editor basically suggests revision for a story. What we're going to have you do is take a look at what's at the heart of your story. What's it truly about? Next, you have some questions about organization. So we're going to focus on the organization of your writing so far. So first of all, can your reader follow the story? How is your novel organized? What are the transitions like between chapters or scenes? And then name 3 places in your novel where your readers might get confused about the order of events and what you can do to fix them. And I know that you're probably very protective of your writing. You've put a lot of work into this. But you've got to look at it objectively and see if you can find those 3 places. If you ask other readers, they'll probably help you. Don't be afraid to have someone at your house take a look at your writing as well. A lot of times they can really point you in the right direction. And so your revision checklist is going to look something like this. First of all, add page numbers to your doc if you haven't already, and I'll show you that on the next slide. It's not a requirement, but it will definitely help you, and I'll tell you why. Another thing you might want to consider is changing the font. When you read your own writing, your brain is so used to looking at those words and the way they've been placed that you really kind of need something to change it up a little bit, so when you go back through it, you see some of the issues that need to be resolved. Third, and this is important, have paper and pen ready to jot down notes and ideas. Make note of anything that you need to fix, but as you're reading your story, it's extremely possible that you're going to come up with new ideas or ways that you want to change things. And so that's why we also add page numbers to the Google Doc, because you can write down which page it was on and find it easily. Number 4, read it aloud and with expression. That way you can determine if it flows well and makes sense. Number 5, sketch out the scenes and connecting points. Do you really take your reader from point A to point B well? Or is the story kind of in your head, but you haven't finished sharing the rest of it? Really look at it through your reader's eyes. And last but not least, ask yourself the questions. Does your story make sense? Does it give my reader a clear picture of what is happening? Or will they be confused? And so in order to easily add page numbers to your Google Doc, you'll just go up here to your insert, your plus. This is step 1. Okay, once you insert, you have some options here. Right here, you've got your page number. Okay, your second step over here is then to decide what you want your page numbers to look like. Typically, most people put them in the, what they call the footer, down here at the bottom of the page, but that's totally up to you. And so your assignment is this. Of course, you have a bell ringer. Make sure that's done. And then next, you're going to complete Unleashing Your Inner Editor, just 2 workbook pages. They're part of a larger section. So definitely put this in Notability first and save it, because you're going to work on the next few pages tomorrow. And last but not least, dig in and revise your writing. Have a great day.